Hi, I'm Teja Gerken with Peghead Nation, and thanks to Scott Nygaard for putting this beautiful Huss and Dalton TD-M custom through a little flat picking workout there in the intro. This is a great guitar. It's a dreadnought out of Huss and Dalton's traditional series, and these are very cool guitars that are really based more on vintage design than some of other Huss and Dalton guitars. This particular guitar, which was provided to us by Griffin String Instruments in Palo Alto, California, is a slightly customized version of the standard TD-M. And it's customized in that it uses a thermo-cured Adirondack spruce top instead of the standard Sitka spruce top. Thermo-cured, of course, means that it's been heat-treated, which simulates the aging process and kind of makes it sound like a top that's been on a guitar for many, many years. It also gives the top a very nice yellowish kind of color that again simulates an older top. Beautiful piece of wood on this particular in this particular case. Very nice even grain. You can see the slightly wider grain that's common with Adirondack spruce tops, and certainly lends the guitar a slightly more even more vintage character than the standard Sitka spruce probably would. The overall construction on this guitar features your standard spruce and mahogany dreadnought choices. It has a beautiful mahogany back and sides. It has tortoise type binding around the body. It has ebony fingerboard and bridge, and you can see Huss and Dalton's original bridge shape, which differs slightly from a vintage design. It has a vintage style through saddle with open ends over here. Nice ebony bridge pins, and standard dot inlay in the fingerboard. The fingerboard is bound, but it's bound with ebony, so you can't see the fret ends, but it doesn't look like a bound fingerboard from the front of the guitar. Very nice feeling neck, fairly full profile, not particularly V-shaped, but a nice depth to it. And a slightly wider nut than you would find on a vintage guitar. It's a 1 23/32 width here at the nut, and the string spacing at the saddle is 2 7/32 inches. So very comfortable. Again, slightly wider than many dreadnoughts, but not so wide that it would feel uncomfortable to someone who's used to a narrow neck. The guitar uses Waverly tuners on the peghead. There's a nice Rosewood peghead veneer on the front of it, and of course the Huss and Dalton logo also featured in there. Huss and Dalton guitars are known for having a slightly greater radius in their top than many flat top guitars. It's typically a 25-foot radius that Huss and Dalton uses. On these traditional series guitars, they still have the radius, which is put in the top by way of the bracing, but they flatten out on these sides. The sides aren't quite as radius. So Huss and Dalton says that gives it a little bit more traditional tone, a little bit more of an emphasis on the low end of the guitar, so slightly different from the standard series Huss and Dalton dreadnought guitars on this guitar. This guitar is built quite lightly, just feeling it and holding it. Feels very lightweight. Mahogany guitars do tend to be lighter than Rosewood guitars, but this one definitely is the first thing I noticed when I took it from its case, is that it's just very nice and lightweight. And that also leads to a great resonance of the instrument. And even though dreadnoughts, of course, tend to shine when you're playing with a flat pick, and we're going to get Scott Nygaard back and have him play the guitar a little bit more that way, this guitar also sounds beautiful finger picked, and even if I'm playing it quite softly. So I'm going to show you what that's like. I'm in drop D tuning here. I'm going to play a little bit of the Irish, the Pretty Maid Milking the Cow, so you can hear what it sounds like with a really soft touch. So lovely sounding guitar, even played with a very soft touch like this. Really wasn't hitting the guitar very hard at all, but it really shows the dynamic range of the instrument, which is something, of course, you would hope for with a great vintage style mahogany dreadnought. The thermal cured top probably helps have this open up feeling already, even though this is a new guitar, and just a great sound. It shows that a mahogany dreadnought can really cover a lot of range, from hard driving flat picking to very soft picking. A great all-around guitar, and this is a particular wonderful example of all those qualities. So we're going to go out with Scott Nygaard playing the guitar a bit more with a flat pick. Again, this guitar was provided to us by Griffin Strings in Palo Alto, California. We thank them for that, and definitely go and check out some Huss and Dalton dreadnoughts, and come back here and visit us on Peghead Nation for more of our gear demos. My name is Teja Gerken.